I believe that the Harley Text is the single most important piece of information we've ever been given in this story of One Piece. And for all the anime onlys, y'all just got to experience this for the first time. So in this video, I'm gonna do my best to go over all the intricate details that you may have missed within the Harley and the text that was added to it. But as always, spoilers up through episode 1168. If you haven't watched or read that far, then you might want to scroll on. So what is the Harley? Well, it's a cultural relic for the people of Elbaf. Technically, it's just children's drawings, but this is where the majority of the mythos around the sun god Nika originate, and it seems to tell the story of 3 climactic moments within the world of One Piece. So starting off on the right side with the first world, many theories believe that this Serpent of Hellfire is in fact the Red Line itself, separating the entire world. We also know that the ancient world was incredibly technologically advanced, so when you look at this portion of the Harley, it looks like a more modern society. And based on this art, there's a lot of characters that we may or may not have met already, like Zunisha, the giant elephant, the crowned figure standing atop Zunisha that looks a lot like Emu, the giant ship sitting in front of Zunisha that looks like the Noah that we saw down in Fishman Island. And we have another ship in here that looks strikingly similar to the Ark Maxim that Enel made to fly to the moon, and it also happens to be sending lightning down to the Earth. There's a winged figure that could be a Birkin, a Skypian, possibly a Lunarian, but we're going to get to that in a second. But moving on to the second world. This is where it seems like devil fruits appeared for the first time. Those of the Half Moon Dream. What does a half moon look like? It looks a lot like a D, so a lot of people assume that is the D clan. I interpret this as the moment Emu defeated Joy Boy. This seems like this specifically is depicting the Void Century where devil fruits were created, the sea god began to reject that power, and Emu took the throne. Now in this centerpiece, we obviously have the tree, and I think that represents the devil fruits forming. Aside from that, we have a shadowy dragon figure here, which I can't talk too much about without giving you spoilers for the rest of the manga, so we're going to leave that alone for now. Moving on to the third world, which seems to be the timeline that we are sitting in right now in the current story of One Piece. I would like to focus on what we're seeing in the art right here. We have this giant shadowy figure holding a sun, which I think is an obvious representation of Emu, or at least the power that they hold. Below them, there is a ship with 5 people on it and 1 person falling off of it. My immediate thought for that is the 1 person falling off is Saturn getting killed and then being replaced by Figarland. But now take a look at everything that is facing this demonic creature. We see representations from every single race and corner of the planet, specifically that Luffy has managed to liberate throughout this journey. We obviously have a Nika figure. We have a giant figure, which I think represents Loki. There's a giant robot that represents Emmett, or probably Frankie of this time. We have a winged figure with a fiery halo, which I think obviously represents the Lunarians for this story. There's a fox-like character that represents Yamato. We have the Kuja Pirates. We have the Fishmen, we have Shirahoshi. Just like Mihawk stated all those chapters ago, Luffy's ability to bring people together is his true superpower. So anime onlys, let me know what you're thinking of the Harley Text and how are you feeling about Elbaf overall.